Who am I? To think and to believe that I'm divine. Powerful, beautiful, and an offspring of the divine. I am the image and likeness of the divine. And so who am I to speak clearly to who I really am? I am spirit. I am soul. And I use this physical form. I am the being of light, here to fulfill love that's unlimited. Take me to the water. Hi everyone. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to your spiritual vaccine hour. How was it being you today? What did you do that was new and special and evolving? And did you witness yourself being just a little bit more loving today? Was it possible? I was in the kitchen today and Antonia was talking to me about something, and it was something to do with a project that we were working on, and the person sent the biodata of the person we were interviewing that didn't have their updated information. And I just mentioned to Antonia very respectfully, it's just really hard to find committed, aggressive, progressive, folks. And Antonia just looked at me, everybody, with love in her eyes, and she says, "You're lucky you have me and Santosh." And I was like, what? What in the world did that mean? And when you hit me with certain things, I kind of pause at them for a moment. And I just looked at her for a little bit, looking for that love to emerge inside of me with that spiritual integrity and spiritual flavor. And you know what I did, everyone? Slowly I turned and I went, "What did you mean by that?" And the point was, she was saying, we have so much love for each other, that we work so well together. So she said to me, "You got it good, Sister Jenna." And I was like, okay, you gonna continue like that for the rest of the night? So I was like, so what? Am I not good enough to even be your little, chief manager? So the moral of the story is, how do you find love? That's what love is. Love is that you can nudge each other ever so often and say something facetious to the other person, and you can get away with it, and feelings don't change. It's not always easy to be yourself, especially because we've been traveling for a long time in the journey of the soul, and we have held on to various experiences, some in particular that haven't been filled with love or light. Even at this moment, Santosh is having a fit behind the camera because Sister Gita has come in during filming as usual. She won't come in at any other time, everyone, but it has to be during filming. When the set has to be quiet and there has to be beautiful energy, and I want to give you my all, and I don't have to be distracted, Sister Gita will come in like Antonia with papers ruffling, and then she would want to come in front of the camera. Then she wants to talk to me from across the room, but nothing that makes any sense. And I have to find the love, you see? Because what love really is, it's about always staying in that remembrance that you are God's child. You are Baba's child. And I want you to land here for a moment with me. If you and I are Baba's child, can we have loveless moments? And yet we do. We certainly do. And when we have the loveless moments, we are in that state of forgetfulness. We don't remember who we are. We don't remember who we belong to. And we don't remember where we've come from. And so it's the energy of attachment that's expressing who we think we are with one another. And it just comes out really ugly. Now, to the scene in the kitchen with Antonia. Sister Jenna, you lucky you got me and Santosh. And I was like, I could read that in a million different ways. A million different ways. Like, what does that mean? Does it mean like I'm really awful and I'm lucky that I have them to look out for me? Or does it mean, just like what she says, you lucky, you got me and Santosh. And then what was so interesting was like, okay, I'm the one who remembers the dates, the this, while you guys have things written on paper and you still don't remember my appointments. I mean, love. How do we bring love in the workplace, into the family, into the well-being of our body, bringing love into the way we earn our money, bringing love into nature. But one of the areas that I find really fascinating is how to bring love into those relationships that you've invited in your life that test you, that test you. You know, the ones that speak to you without any respect. You know, the ones that criticize you. You know, those relationships that judge you. You just walk into the room and they've judged you and you ain't even said hello yet. You know, how do you bring that love into that space? And that's where our opportunity comes in. Because until you and I have done the work and have digged deep and have made a very intimate, continuous relationship with God, I don't know how I'm going to remember what pure love is like. I was talking to Sister Gita today, and we were on this Zoom call with many of the main instruments and directors of the Brahma Kumaris in the United States of America. And one of our very beautiful elder sisters had just come out of surgery, and there was a lot of love, just showered all over her today. And again, it was an expression of just pure love. But one of the things that she shared that touched my heart is that she said, as much as I know I've given my life to God and I have done so much charity in my life, I have the faith that my good karma is still with me, even though I'm going through a very challenging experience. And I thought to myself how important that is for you and I to remember that. Because a lot of times when you encounter a very challenging period of your life, you start to go back in your past automatically, which I recommend, just don't ever do that. But you go back in the past and you're like, why me? But I've done so much good. But this shouldn't happen to me. Then who should it happen to? And why you, then why who else? you know? And so to understand that in each and every one of us as living beings on this planet, there is a very deep account of all the good that you've done, all your charity, all your attainments, all your treasures, all your powers. It's like having two bank accounts. And that bank account with all the good and the abundance that's in you is because of the love of life. And then you have another bank account that you and I might not have recognized was creating a debt. And that bank account holds the recording of the actions that we have performed that were loveless. They were not in connection to the awareness of being a soul, and they were not in connection in the awareness of having a love affair with God, the Supreme Soul. So that bank account was also increasing in profit. And that's a very powerful thing to think about, my friends. For example, let's say you cleaned up 40% of the house, but you're not thinking about the 55% that's left. You're like, oh my gosh, look at all this cleaning that I've done. And you just came in and you made the place a mess again. And you're like, okay, maybe I made a mess, your 45%, but 55% of your place is still messy. So don't disregard all the good that you are and all the good that you've done. But can you somehow use the energy of love and power and confidence that you have about the good that your life has represented, and turn to that account where there's a debt, where there is a deficiency. Maybe it might be in the area of your finance. It might be in the area of your relationships. Maybe you don't have a lot of people that you love. Maybe you don't have a lot of people who you feel love you. Maybe you don't know how to love nature, love your body. I've experienced it myself, like this whole thing of receiving love. It's like, no, I'm okay, I don't need it. And all my friends will say, no, but it's just a natural energy. I go, yeah, I know. I'm in service to Baba and I'm feeling so much love for Baba, I'm good. And even within that, I'm learning so much about Baba's working through other people too. And I'm very humbled and open in receiving that love, knowing that I'm in alignment with the natural ebb and flow of energy. So, do you know how to love? And I would say we are working through it. Sometimes we learn how to love more because of loss. And sometimes we take love for granted because everything is going smooth. But a lot of us are learning more about love only after there's loss or tragedy or trauma. I don't think it should be that. I think in order for us to learn how to love, we need to pay attention to the giving of sorrow or the taking of sorrow. You really want to learn how to love is to watch the energy in you after you know your mouth said the wrong thing to the person with the wrong vibration and the wrong intent. That means when you speak to them in anger, in frustration, in disgust, in jealousy, in criticism, in judgment, right there, yeah, it's ego, Sister Gita. It is the ego. And right there at that moment, you kind of pull back and you're like, why did I do that? Why did I even say those words? That's your love speaking. And that's that window that you just received in learning how to love yourself again when it seems as if you had to go through that traumatic experience of being the ugliest person on the planet to remind yourself, but you're not that. You are love. I want to share a little nice message by Sister Genti because I feel that her vibration, her presence, her energy conveys that, but also whatever she has to share becomes a sort of a reminder that we're really all here for good.
If I want to be able to move forward, I can't hang on to anything of the past. Example, if I hold on to this chair, how far am I going to be able to walk carrying the chair with me? It's going to be pretty heavy and cumbersome, and it's going to make me stop and say, look, I can't manage. And so sometimes we'd like to be able to move forward in our life, and yet we find ourselves stuck with things. And I think that's a moment, if I'm on a spiritual journey, to actually ask myself the question, where is it that I'm stuck, and why am I stuck? And maybe what I'll find is that I haven't been able to forgive. Maybe myself, maybe others, and as a result of that, I'm not able to step forward. With compassion for the self, I can learn to let go and say, okay, realization, and now step forward. And if I've been able to forgive myself, it's more likely that I can learn to forgive others around me. If I haven't been able to forgive myself, inside out, whatever I'm doing to myself is what I'm going to do to others. I won't be able to forgive them either. I learned something very important in terms of being able to forgive, and that is that if I've experienced having done wrong and someone else has been able to forgive me, I remember that feeling, and I remember the gratitude and appreciate what I have been able to receive. And in return, this is what I do to another. And where I don't forgive, more than likely others around me are not going to forgive me either. There's a mechanism, a subtle mechanism of energy that's at work. I forgive, others will forgive me. I don't forgive, the others are going to hold my mistakes and put them in front of me again and again.
The big efforts for us to learn to love ourselves is to be able to forgive. And in forgiveness, it requires a great deal of humility. Because sometimes the hardest person to forgive isn't the person that inflicted pain on you. The hardest soul to forgive is yourself for taking on other people's sorrow and other people's stuff. A few years ago, I have to tell you this really nice story. So we were passing through the garage downstairs. And it had been, how many years, Antonia? I think maybe like 2 years or so, we kept looking at this garage and we're like, we just can't go into it to clean it out. And we happened to have been in the RV, in the recreation vehicle, and we needed a tool of some sort, which happened to have been in the garage. So we opened up the garage, went into a box, one box to another box, looking for this particular tool. As we started to go into one box, we started to find treasures, but then we also started to find junk. And we were like, no, throw that out. No, keep that, keep that. Anyway, long story short, after half a day sorting out this garage, people came by, even our friend Marco, who does fixtures, he just happened to have stopped by to say hello. And then he filled his truck with all the garbage and stuff that we were not needing, just out of the blue, just out of the blue. That night, I'm laying in bed, and yes, the garage now is in order, okay? A whole bunch of stuff has been moved out. We can walk in and out of the garage. I can find things that I've been looking for eons. Guess what I came to realize, everyone? I cleaned out that garage with Shobha and Sister Geeta, and 90% of the stuff that I was reorganizing and throwing out, I didn't even put there. I didn't even put any of that stuff there. So a lot of times we stop loving ourselves because we're picking up other people's stuff. And other people's stuff isn't my stuff. And it becomes, I get used to picking up garbage. And I don't even remember how to love me anymore. Isn't that fascinating? That if you look at your life today and just be very present, how much of your issues is really about picking up other people's stuff that had really nothing to do with you? Give it some time. How much of it? And it made you stop loving because you were picking up a person in a loveless moment. And you took their loveless moment as if it was your own and made it so personal. And corrupted your own vibrational field for no reason. For no reason whatsoever. So, why the practice of Raja Yoga meditation is so essential? It brings you into a love link to God. You want to remember how to love you. You want to remember to know why you're here. You want to remember what pure love can do. Let go of your stories. And begin to talk to God honestly and say, how do you see me? Don't ask him for a car. Don't ask him for a job. Don't ask him for money. But just sit for a moment and ask, how do you see me? Automatically, he'll show you your love-filled form. And then you can ask him, what do you think should be my next step to get back to that vision that you have of me? And wait. The thoughts will come step by step. And the only thing that we have to do is to act on it. That's it. Now, Dadi Janki, 104 years old. She has lived with love for over 80 years. Can you imagine? For 80 years at least, she gave of her life to love strangers, to elevate strangers, to forgive people that were closest to her, that misunderstood her and made a poor choice. She just kept loving till her very last breath. I think that when I hear stories from individuals that model love in a real way, they walk their talk, there is something that connects your heart to them. And it takes you to another place inside. But I don't think we have to try too hard to love again. I think all we have to do is to let go of these stories and begin to listen to the wise ones and go to God and keep asking him, show me how you see me. And that vision or that portrait of the energy that he sees in you and the form that he sees of you will start to awaken a supreme love in you, an unconditional love, a love that can break through barriers. So let us take this time. Let's go to the words of the wise ones, listen to what Daddy's going to share, and then right after that, another deep meditation about seeping into this feeling. I really want us to be able to feel the authentic reality of life. Why? Because I want that for me. You know? And I believe that it's really in these moments of stillness and collective silence together that we can accomplish it. So, sit quietly and comfortably. Like I generally say sometimes, call your friends, text them and say, look, we're about to go into a deep dive. Why don't you join me? And create that atmosphere around you. You know, turn off whatever things might be distracting you. If you've got kids under 15, invite them to come and sit on the couch, on the floor, in a chair with you, just to be with you. And say, would you like to feel what love might feel like? And we just go into it. All right? Take a deep breath in. Relax. Breathe in again. Let go. Breathe in again. And let's invite love and ask love, what do you want of me right now?
इंग्लिश में एक ही शब्द आएगा लव, पर हिंदी में इसके 4 शब्दों में मैं अर्थ सुनाऊंगी। पहले कहेंगे लव माना प्यार। मनुष्य प्यार के प्यासी है, शांति के बेखारी है। प्यास है मनुष्य को प्यार की, जिस कारण से जहाँ से भी थोड़ा प्यार हो जाता है ना, बेचारे झूठे प्यार में फंस जाते हैं। परंतु अभी एक समझ चाहिए, मुझे कौन सा प्यार चाहिए जिसमें सच्चाई हो, शांति हो, उसमें अंदर से निष्काम भावना हो, निस्वार्थ होने के कारण जो प्यार होता है ना, वो मतलब का प्यार नहीं होता है, सच्चा प्यार होता है, जिस ऊपर कहा जाता है प्रेम। गोपियों का भगवान के साथ प्रेम का गायन है। प्रेम में नियम भी नहीं, बिल्कुल प्रेम से फिर प्रेम वो काम करता है जैसे ईश्वरी स्नेह के संपन्न बनते जाते हैं। प्यार सच्चा हो, प्रेम अतीन्द्रिय सुख के झूले में से झूल रहे हैं, मिलकर के प्रेम से बांध पर चल रहे हैं, ईश्वरी स्नेह में संपन्न बन रहे हैं। जैसे कि माला के मन के ईश्वरी स्नेह में बस भगवान के समीप आ रहे हैं। तो ईश्वरी स्नेह में संपन्न हो जाना, प्रभु के गले का हार बन जाना। चौथा फिर है प्रीत बुद्धि। जैसे पांडवों को कहा जाता है, निश्चय से प्रीत बुद्धि विजयंती, संशय से विपरीत बुद्धि विनश्यंती। तो दिन प्रतिदिन जितना ज्ञान से प्यार को जैसे समझते जाते हैं, वो प्यार की डोर इतनी मजबूत हो जाती है जैसे पतंग की डोर। यहाँ से पकड़ के बैठे हैं, ऊपर बुद्धि लगी पड़ी हो, ऐसी लगी पड़ी हो, एक परमात्मा दूसरा न कोई। और हम सब आत्माओं के साथ भी रूहानी कनेक्शन है, और विश्व के सर्व आत्माओं से भी सबके लिए कल्याण भाव का है। कोई हमारे लिए बुरा नहीं, कोई हमारे लिए ये अच्छा है ये न अच्छा है, नहीं, सब अच्छे हैं। ऐसे अपने दृष्टि में रूहानी स्नेह की रहम दिल दृष्टि वृत्ति महासुखकारी बन जाती है। तो प्यार एक शब्दों में तो क्या क्या सुनाएंगे, पर दिल भावना वृत्ति दृष्टि सच्चाई प्रेम की अनुभव करा देती है। तो भगवान कहते, बच्चे मैं प्यार का सागर हूँ, शांति का सागर हूँ, आनंद का सागर हूँ। तुम भी मेरे बच्चे, ज्ञान सागर के बच्चे, प्यार के सागर में डुबकियाँ लगाते लगाते पावन बन जाओ।
I accept myself now. my past, my aspirations, my hopes, my dreams, my achievements, and my mistakes all merge within the present moment. I relax into who I am. I accept myself as I am. I tune into the silent stillness of my being and connect with the original qualities of my spirit. Gentleness, strength, happiness, with gentleness, I live a life of love, not control, love. I have the strength to pursue my own journey, to find truth, and to live truth. When I am at one with the love inside me, I experience happiness. In the pure simplicity of my spirit, I find only love. Not the desire to control or direct, but real love. A love that surrounds me in gentleness and acceptance, contentment and humility. I am love. I allow the experience of love, not seeking it externally, but recognizing it as part of my inner nature. I feel the power of this love uplifting me and awakening my innate divinity. I become love. radiate through my spirit and reveal itself in my thoughts, my words, my actions. I observe without judgment, and I reveal love. I speak without arrogance, and I teach love. I act without complexity, and I become love. As I become love, I become divine. I am divine, and my life expresses the pure gentleness of my spirit. I feel a deep sense of belonging to the world, and the world belonging to me. Through the power of my own divinity, I cooperate with love's task of revealing truth. And healing the world.
Can I ask you to stay where you are internally? And just for a while, don't try to be someone or get somewhere in your mind. Just stay right where you are and wait. And what might happen are just these layers of stories, and let them just pass through. Don't try to do anything. Just let all those layers or pages of stories just flip on by. And just wait until love emerges. The less you struggle, and the less you try to force to love yourself or to forgive yourself or to love someone who's betrayed you, the further away love moves from you. Sometimes to learn how to love once again is to simply just stay where you are and just let the pages of life flip on by and wait. Just wait. And you'll experience the energy of love resurfacing and revealing itself to you. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in again and exhale. You should start to feel just everything naturally taking place inside. Thoughts are going to come, thoughts are going to go. And the only reason why thoughts that are foreign or toxic in you, the only reason why they don't go is that you're fighting with them, or you're trying to run from them, or you're resisting them from coming to the surface because you're afraid of letting it out. And so they build a momentum in the personality, and it moves you from the greatest power that you have, which is love. Love is your natural power. It's your natural existence. And if we can just stay right where we are and just let all those stories just float in and out where they need to, don't stop anywhere with them. Just know that your destination is to awaken the love that's in you. That's it. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed that little nice break and moment. Feel free to give me your thumbs up and your big smiles. And let me see who we can greet. Can you please provide the title of the meditation that was played? Yes, Sabina, we'll be happy to do it. Welcome Ranju and Kailash and Dhiraj and Meenakshi and Bryn and Yesvi and Praveen and Bharti and Samantha and Shobha and Manu and Shami, Elizabeth, Jennifer Scotland, Wendy Cummins, Nagrishi, Indu, Antonia. Oh, Antonia, you're online. Okay. Hi, Divyani. Glad that you enjoyed tonight's meditation and time together. Does anyone have any questions that they'd like to raise tonight from just the sharing or the energy that you were feeling from tonight's vibe the sharing with Santosh, Sister Gita, Antonia, Sister Jenna, whatever, like anything touched you deep inside of the soul that emoted some sort of a realization or feeling. Okay, I was waiting on the questions to come in. I really enjoyed my day today, even though it was quite full. But I was mentioning to you all that our meditation, our Baba's room is repaired. And Sister Gita and I, we were in there last night for like an hour or something. And it was just love, you know. And there's something about when you decide to intensify your relationship with the divine, with Baba, with God, and you intensify it because from the morning until night you don't leave Baba alone, and you keep Baba in your mind. Like when Antonia said, I got it good with her and Santosh, I just went to Baba first and I said, okay. You know, like you have to keep Baba with you, like he's your shadow, and that you're never alone, you know, because you always keep your companion with you. So, hi Marissa, nice to have you. And Diraj, seen from Baba's eyes, it's a great way to love ourselves. That's so true. It's so true. So, let's end it here, and maybe we can try something new tonight, which we haven't done before. With all of you watching in, I want you to imagine everyone that's tuning in right now to Spiritual Vaccine, whether it's on Twitter or on YouTube or on Facebook. I want you to close your eyes, and from everything in your heart, send them your loving vibrations. Because it's like we've become a family, and we're now all connected, and we're having our family reunion every night. And one by one, with each person that you might feel a connection with wherever you are, when you look through the comments list, and there's some that are not registered on, but that's okay, wherever they are, just send them love. It's like, it feels like when you look at a 5-day-old baby, that kind of a love that comes from outside, from within you, and it just spreads far and wide. So send that loving vibration to everyone in the Spiritual Vaccine vortex, in Baba's world here. All of you who join in from the virtual form for the meditation museums, everyone together, just send your loving vibrations through the pure thought of your mind. This is how you can also increase your energy of love. You don't have to have a physical exchange with the person, but just know that anytime you share love with anyone, a stranger or someone that you only know online, without wanting anything in return from them, anytime you share a thought or a vibration of love, it goes into your good bank account of treasures and attainment. So keep practicing that, because there's really only love. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Sorry, Santosh, was there a comment? Is it a comment or a question? Okay, so have a wonderful night, everyone, and be well. Victoria, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was beautiful meditation. I felt profound love coming through and overflowing from my heart. I even teared up and smiled the whole time. That's beautiful, Victoria. That's when the healing starts to take place because the love is now coming back to life. It's like opening up again. It's like you're awakening again, like, finally, I'm living who I'm supposed to be. So Jennifer Scotland, thank you too. Thank you too. Okay. Om Shanti. Good night, everyone. Sweet dreams. Be well. Stay loving. Stay happy. Stay pure. On behalf of all of us, Sister Gita, Sister Antonia, Brother Santosh, Sister Happy, who is snoring away over there. So on behalf of all of us at the house, lots of love to each and every one of you with deep significance. Be well.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes to see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when it seems I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I can hear a spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. There is only